Hello everyone, Jonathan here from Triple M Games, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing my Camera Tools add-on for Blender. I have a scene here that I made using Quixel Bridge assets to fully test the camera settings. This is going to be a fairly long video as I've added a lot recently, so I left chapters in the description to hopefully help you navigate the video a bit better. Let's jump into it. So first off, the cameras are now filtered. If you have a camera in the scene, you'll be able to only see the cameras, not the meshes or empties and other objects. The other thing that I've added is the clipping area. So I'm going to just navigate over here. I'm going to create another camera. Shift A, camera. Then I'll move that up. I'll jump over to our camera. I'm going to set this over to, perspective is good. I'm going to lock the camera view. I'll just zoom in over here. Set the depth of field, don't really have to, but I like it. And then the clipping plane, so how close you are to an object before it starts getting clipped, and how far away you are to the object. There we go. So you could use that if you wanted to have like a transparent background. And hover over these buttons here and press the backspace to clear them. What else do we have? We have render tools. So if I just open up a timeline, you can control the timeline limits. So start and end frame. You can also adjust the resolution that you want to render at. You can adjust the resolution. Let's see here. Percentage. You can also adjust the aspect. You can change over to EV or cycles or workbench. You can change the render slot. You can choose to use compositing or not. And we can render out an image. Let me jump over to our center. And I'll hit the image button. And there we have our render. So if I hit escape, then I'm going to set this over to 2. I'm going to change our barrels here. Hit the render button. So as you can see, we have slot 1 and we have slot 2. You can also render out an animation. So if I wanted to go over to our camera that we added recently, I'll make something simple. I'm going to adjust the blur. So if I hover over this and I press the I button, and then I'll scroll over to frame 50. Do something like that. And then press the I button. It will adjust the blur. So I'm going to set the end frame to 50. And I can hit the animation button and it will render out our animation. But I'm not going to do that for this video, but it's an option. I'm just going to hide the render tools and focus on the camera tools for now. So we have perspective and orthographic. I'm going to hide the animation timeline for now. Again, you have the clipping plane, which can help you get some nice close-ups. Set that to something like, well, fairly low here. And it will give us more accurate rendering, as far as I know. Let's see here. And you can change over to a different object. Nothing's going to change here because it's independent on what each camera has a setting for. Also notice that I do not change the active selection when swapping through the cameras now, because we have our variable up here that has our object. Let's see here. And just to showcase what settings are changing, you have the depth of field, you have the f-stop, you have the focal length, or orthographic scale in this case, you have the sensor size, then you have the sensor fit, or horizontal or vertical. Then we have certain presets. I need to tweak them so that they're more accurate. You can set to like 24mm, 50mm, 80, and 210 for now. If we change that over to perspective. You can get some effects like that. So if I set that to 24 and then I set to orthographic as well as perspective, I tried to keep them about the same. So if I go to 50, orthographic, perspective, that's not exactly accurate in this case. I might need to tweak a few settings again, because that was supposed to be back here. Guess I'll have to do an update again. Yeah, that's where that was supposed to be. Anyway, I'll have to make some tweaks to the settings there. If I open up the text editor and show you what the different settings are, we have our change camera presets. I'm sorry if the scripting is a little scary, but each time you change one of these, it's 0, 1, 2, and 3, just for ease of use. So I think my focal length and the ortho scale is fairly off. So for 210, yeah, 210 should be 1080. So that is 3. So ortho scale should be 10.8 there. Go over to perspective around 80. Scale should be somewhere around here. Oops. There. And go down to around 50. Seems pretty close. Not quite sure why it's so different now. There, if I save those settings, every time I change this to 24, should be fairly close. Yeah, I like that. I get you. Camera positioned away from object affects it. Yeah. Okay. Those are the features of my Camera Tools add-on as it stands right now. Some things might change in the future. I have plans for a Track 2 option, but we'll see how far that goes later. If you want to download the add-on, you can find it on github.com, mainman002, TMG Camera Tools. All you have to do is go to Code and download zip. And once you have it downloaded, you can just go to Blender, Edit, Preferences, go to the Add-ons tab, click Install, navigate to where you have it downloaded, and then Install Add-on. And you'll see TMG Camera Tools, and just check that, and it will be added to your side panel. Hope you like this video, and hope you like the add-on. Let me know if there are any features that you'd like added. Preferably, if you have any ideas on what settings the camera should use. I'm not very versed in real-world settings, so I'd be happy to add anything that you can think of for a more realistic render. Currently we have the different presets as I showed you earlier. We have the focal length, you have the sensor width, height, the orthographic scale, and f-stop. Those are what I've changed with each kind of setting, but I don't really know what the sensor width and height should be per focal length. So I'd be really interested to see what you have to say in the comments. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a good day.